Hi there with me. Let us celebrate Evita Peron. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. And as for fortune, and as for fame, I never invited them in. Though it seemed to the world they were all I desired. They are illusions, they are not the solution they promised to be. The answer was here all the time. I love you, I hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Hooray! Isn't it awesome? Today, we discovered that Iam Marwa has landed in the most racist country of South America, Argentina. Give it up for Buenos Aires. You want to know what you're going to get in me? Just a little stock of stock quality.
Beautiful. Well, just like that. Welcome to Argentina. Welcome to a new country. Thank God for this opportunity. It's time for me to showcase Argentina to you guys, and it's been just amazing.
Welcome to Claudine Etienne against Colorism. All right. So, as many of you already know, upon the coronation of King Charles, Iam Marwa, also known as his formal name, Frederick Marwa, has embarked upon, landed in Argentina, the most racist South American country. How many of you guys think that? I think because I feel as if like people that I have encountered in my past who are from Argentina are the most racist South Americans that I've encountered. All right. I think there's a lot of racism in South America. A lot of South Americans come and talk about it. In fact, that's where I came up with the name colorism. It was a South American who came and discussed the stratification of the society over there to the point where they actually had names for each person depending on what mix they were. Like some of them are native mixture with white, some of them are native mixture with blacks. Some of them are a mixture of all three. Some of them are blacks with the Europeans. So it's just all that kind of mixture, and they stratify their communities and the societies accordingly, and that creates their class system. So it was a Latin American fellow who came back in 2007, gave a presentation at FIU, and this is when I started my research and discovered for the United States back in the 70s, they had what we call colorism. So, Iam Marwa has entered Argentina, and as we speak, he's finding his way around. But upon there are a few things that I guess I need to address. There was first that euphemism when as soon as he got there after he had that sticky shoe incident. Oh, by the way, that sticky shoe. I wonder if he's reconsidering those shoes that he got as a gift. Because I've never seen him have things get stuck under his shoe before. I don't know, maybe somebody has, but this is the first time that I noticed that.
Now, this is my next challenge. Wait. I don't know where this thing came from, bro. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. Okay. Let me collect it and see if I can put it somewhere. I will tell you this story. So, yeah, let me collect it. Let me put it somewhere here. Just chill here, bro.
So he hesitates whether or not he should pick it up and put it in the trash bin. And we see that in his pause as he looks around. And he is very conscientious. He's conscientious of us who are gonna critique his videos. I don't know why he shouldn't be. And he obviously is conscientious of his new place. And then, so here's a euphemism where he talks about how immigration officers were and that he prefers female immigration officers to the male ones because the female ones were nicer. And then he mentions how it only took a minute, okay, for that one to set him free. Okay, I know, I get it. It was a slip of tongue, okay, but I called it a Freudian slip. Even though it was a slip of tongue, because he was thinking, how long is he gonna be detained before they let him in? So setting him free, I know it meant that he's let him go through the gates to enter the country. But of course, it's a euphemism, as if they arrested him. Okay, that female immigration officer, as if she had arrested him for a brief moment.
Immigration was pretty smooth, one of the smoothest I've ever seen. And sometimes when you have the visa in your hands, the questions are few. That's one thing I came to realize. Oh, there's a duty-free shop here. Now, so it was pretty smooth. And also, this is something funny I came to learn. Anytime I deal with female immigration officers, they're always very nice, very kind. It only becomes a problem when I'm dealing with men. I don't know, maybe because when you go to another man's country, you more, and the opposite is true. This is from my experience traveling over, maybe crossing borders over maybe 100 times. Anytime I meet a female, they're quite easygoing. Like mine took like 1 minute to set me free. To check me in. So, welcome to Argentina. Bienvenido, Argentina.
As if the female immigration officer had briefly arrested him and just didn't take as much time as would a male officer to set him free, So there's that Freudian slip that you could interpret it as one way or the other. And as soon as he said that, he realized, the critiques are gonna come after me, and he puts his head down, oh my God. And then he changes the subject. And Iam Marwa has been changing the subject a lot. We already know he likes to interject. He doesn't have good listening skills. Somebody in my chat or in my comments had noted that he's ADHD, as Americans would put it. Americans, I have issues with American society anyway. The way they put people in boxes. So one of those boxes is, they identify you as ADHD, which I guess you could look at the characteristics of ADHD, because what it does is you can pardon him for that, because they say that the person, the way their neurology and their thinking schematic is, they just have low attention spans. I don't think it is that. For me, yeah, he might have low attention spans naturally, but a lot of times when he changes the subject, it's not that he has low attention span, he just doesn't want the topic that is under development to be developed. So this is one of the reasons why many times he changes the topic. So we saw him doing that when he had that slip of tongue saying that she freed me. And then he didn't correct himself. He just put his head down and then changed the topic. So there was that. Now, Argentina is the southernmost of the South American countries. And Iam Marwa had said many times how he would love to be on another continent, which he has not visited before, which would be Antarctica. Because but you're like, well, why doesn't he fly from like South Africa? I don't think I've seen, well, I'm sure he has been, because I think Bo was in South Africa, but since I started watching him, I haven't seen him in South Africa, but I know he was. But I'm like, why doesn't he go from South Africa, take a plane and travel the ocean, the southern Atlantic Ocean, and go to Antarctica? But I guess it might be easier to travel to Antarctica from Argentina. And Argentina, we know, the weather is opposite than it is in North America, because they are in the southern part of the equator. So it may be very cold for them right now, as the northern states, the North American area or the North lateral regions enter summer. Why? Because as you know, the earth tilts, as it rotates, there's the tilting of the earth. So that is causing them to get less sun and the season being more winter. I'm not sure. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen him outside yet. He ended the video vlog today inside of the airport in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So I do look forward to seeing more content from him, particularly I'm expecting, I don't want it to happen. I would have the experience that Iam Marwa got in America, I would have loved for it to teach him a lesson. But because he had a lot of rude awakenings, which involves a lot in the American system, which he doesn't care to deal with anyway. He's not going to solve any American system problems. All right. His colorism was not able to be executed in the United States. His friends played along the game. They understood him, and they destroyed every effort he made to practice his colorism. And what ended up happening was the Matuas took him in, wherein you never saw him mingling with women on an effort to woo them, if you will, so that we never really saw that aspect. But as soon as this guy is alone, on the airplane, he mentions that it is ironic that his only passenger happens to be black. The person that's sharing the seat with him is black. He never shows her, and yet he can't help but show a Spanish woman who's sitting like behind him.
But the funny thing is, my neighbor is also black. So that was a huge coincidence. When I'm having my juice, they call it guanabana. I put my donuts here. I feel kind of shy eating donuts right now. Though I'm hungry, I'll have to wait later and eat. So people are coming in. And this time I'm sitting to the runway. I don't know. Runway? This one here. Not at my window or at the window. And this flight has first class. They are right in front of us right there. I'll be flying first class once I finish building my house for sure.
On the video, I noticed that, so he might say, well, you know what, he did not want to invade the person sharing the seat with him. He didn't want to invade her or his. I don't know who it was, because he never he never showed the person. He didn't want to invade that person's privacy. But for him, I guess that person was not interesting content enough to show, but it was interesting enough for him to show the Spanish lady. So we already see Iam Marwa going back to his routine and ending up in a place where I don't know much about Argentina. I just know about the Argentinians I've encountered, particularly here in Florida. But I am assuming that he is thinking, I don't know if he's going to get away with it, that he will be able to go ahead and practice more colorism in Argentina. So I will be following up to see what's going on. I mean, there was a whole big hint of it on the plane where he highlighted and showcased the Spanish lady behind him, and we never saw who it was, the black person that was sitting next to him. All right. And he is more conscious. Again, I have no idea why this guy is so conscious. I don't know if there's something that's going on with him that makes him so conscious, but nonetheless, we're excited. We're excited because I really got excited when I saw him board and land in Argentina, because I'm like, this guy is back to his old self. And I was glad to see that he is well, because I was very concerned for him, because he didn't look well when he was having dinner with Mr. Jolongo, from Mr. Jalas from Jolongo TV, the member from Parliament. He looked lost, like he said, like their lost brother. He looked lost, and we'll see where he goes from there. Our travel commander is back on board. All aboard! How does it say? Buenos Aires. You wanna know what you're gonna get in me? Just a little touch of star quality. So let's sing with me, the Evita. This is American, that created this song back in the 80s. No, I think it was in the 70s that they did this Broadway on the late wife of Perón, who had died, the president of Argentina at the time, who had died from cancer, they had said. So it goes like this. It won't be easy, you'll think it's strange when I try to explain how I feel, that I still need your love after all that I've done. You won't believe me, all you will see is a girl you once knew, although she's dressed up in the 9s, at 6s and 7s with you. I had to let it happen, I had to change. Couldn't stay all my life down at heel, looking out of the window, staying out of the sun. So I chose freedom, running around trying everything new, but nothing impressed me at all. I never expected it to. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. And as for fortune, and as for fame, I never invited them in. Though it seemed to the world they were all I desired. They are illusions, they are not the solutions they promised to be. The answer was here all the time. I love you, and I hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. I think this song goes so well with Iam Marwa's arrival into Argentina. The parallel of the song and the inspiration, the place of inspiration, and the fact that Iam Marwa took a long break. And maybe he had seen the musical and he thought, okay, this is it. I'm gonna take advantage, take a long break, and let this song play in their head when they see me. I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. It wasn't easy. You'll think it's strange when I try to explain how I feel, that I still need your love after all that I've done. You won't believe me. All you will see is a girl you once knew, though she's dressed up to the 9s, at 6s and 7s with you. I had to let it happen, I had to change. Couldn't stay all my life down at heels, looking out of the window, staying out of the sun. So I chose freedom, running around trying everything new, but nothing impressed me at all. I never expected it to. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. One last